Hi, this is Kate from Presley, and today I'm going to take you through email campaign reports and how they can help you send better pitches. So basically, if you're currently using a native email client to pitch reporters, then you probably aren't getting information on whether those emails are being received, who's opening them, whether they're getting clicked, and just general engagement information. That's where using a more dedicated email pitching tool like Presley can help a lot. So here, every time you send an email campaign or a pitch, you get real-time information on how your contacts are engaging with that content. And that can give you some really useful information on how to follow up with them. So for example, here, this is a test I sent earlier, and I can immediately see if people are opening this email. I can see as well how many times they're opening it, which can be really useful. So, for example, if I sent this a week ago and I can see some people opened it once, maybe they'll be a little bit interested in my story, maybe not. Maybe I'll follow up with them with just a slightly different angle. Maybe I'll have a look at who they are and rethink whether I want to pitch them at all. On the other hand, if they've been opening it 3 or 4 times, maybe more times since I've sent this email, then I can sort of think, hey, yeah, maybe they're interested in this story, but something's missing. Maybe they need a new angle, maybe they need some extra assets or an interview opportunity. And I would follow up from that point of view and say, hey, how can I help you tell the story? Same thing for clicks. So if I can see that someone has gone onto my email and clicked through to my newsroom like 5 times, I think, all right, so there's something there. They're interested, but something's missing. Let me speak with them, see what we can do. On the flip side, if someone hasn't opened this email at all, that tells me that it probably got buried in their inbox. Maybe they were away. Maybe the email just bounced. And from here, I would duplicate this campaign and send it again. Maybe I would just change the subject line to see if there's a different angle that would catch their attention and try resending it. Maybe a few days later, give them a little bit of time to respond and then see what comes of that. If the email comes up in the undelivered tab, that's a different story. This really helps me keep my contact list up to date. So as we know, journalists and media people move around a lot. It can be so hard to keep track of them and to keep their email addresses current. Here, if a contact comes up as bounced, Prezi will tell you why. So maybe it's a temporary issue, like maybe their inbox is full and they just can't receive anything right now until they clear that up a bit, in which case you might be able to get through to them next week. Or like this one, says the email account you tried to reach does not exist. That account has been deleted, or maybe there's a typo in when I inputted the email address into my CRM. So I would check the email first, see if I can correct it, and then I would probably just delete that email from a mailing list. I might also want to email the place of work of this person and say, hey, I used to speak with Amanda about this topic. Has someone taken her place? Is there someone else I can reach out to in future? And again, it just helps you update the CRM. Another thing that's really cool is if you use the email pitching feature with your newsroom, so you embed a press release from there, for example, it links those two things together and gives the people who you are emailing the chance to unsubscribe from your updates if they just aren't relevant. And that is great for GDPR. It's also just really respectful of their privacy. And it helps you know if you're wasting your time chasing someone who's never going to cover your story. So that's basically how I use campaign reports to follow up. Something else that's super useful, aside from following up, is just using this information to change or to inform how you are contacting people, and even things like company strategy. So, for example, if I can see that I regularly get a very high open rate, very high click rate, I know that I'm making a connection with my audience. On the other hand, if those stats are always really low, then maybe there's something wrong with that fit. And that's something that other teams in the company can use. So marketing, product, even C-suite, they can think about, okay, is the positioning of this brand right? Is our strategy correct in terms of our messaging? And it can really make a difference to the overall business. So that's been email campaign reports. If you want to try this for yourself, we do have a 2-week free trial at Presley. We don't ask for payment details or anything upfront. and you can invite your whole team to have a go and start sending things through here and seeing if it's helpful to you. So come on over, give it a go, see what you think. I'll see you next time. Bye.